Hello and welcome to Productivity 360. If you've ever wondered how to get started with Excel, you're in the right place. Excel is one of the most powerful tools for organizing data, analyzing information, and automating tasks. From simple lists to advanced calculations, mastering Excel can save you time and boost your productivity. In this video, I'll guide you step by step through the basics: how to navigate the interface, enter data, and use your first formulas. So get ready, because after this, Excel will be your best friend. Let's get started. Creating a new workbook. Let's begin by creating a new workbook. When you open Excel, you'll see a welcome screen with several options. Click on Blank Workbook to start fresh. If you're using an older version of Excel, simply go to File and select New to create a blank workbook. This is where all the magic happens. Now, let's take a quick tour. At the top, we have the ribbon, where you'll find tabs like Home, Insert, and Formulas. These contain all the tools you need to format, analyze, and visualize your data. Below that, we have the Formula bar, where you can enter and edit data in the selected cell. Excel's main workspace is made up of cells, arranged in columns labeled with letters and rows numbered from 1 onward. Each cell is identified by its column and row, like A1 or B2. This is where you input your data, formulas, and functions. At the bottom, we have the Sheet tabs, allowing you to manage multiple sheets in one workbook. You can rename, add, or delete sheets depending on your needs. Excel syntax. Now that we understand the basics of Excel, let's talk about syntax, the rules for writing formulas and functions. Knowing how to structure your formulas correctly is essential for making accurate calculations. In Excel, every formula starts with an equal sign. This tells Excel that you're entering a calculation or function. For example, typing equals 5 plus 3 and pressing enter will display the result, 8. You can use basic operators like plus for addition, dash for subtraction, asterisk for multiplication, and slash for division. Besides simple math, Excel provides built-in functions that make calculations easier. For example, the sum function quickly adds multiple values. If we type equals sum, A1 A5, Excel will add the numbers in cells A1 to A5. Each function in Excel has a specific syntax, with arguments inside parentheses. Arguments can be numbers, cell references, or data ranges. Some functions require multiple arguments, separated by commas. Excel Fill. Now, let's talk about filling cells efficiently. Instead of typing the same data repeatedly, Excel allows you to quickly copy and extend patterns. To fill a series, select a cell with data, then hover over the bottom right corner until you see a small plus sign. Click and drag to extend the series down or across. This works great for numbers, dates, and even formulas. For example, if you type Monday in a cell, Tuesday on the cell below and drag down, Excel will automatically fill in the next days of the week. The same applies to numerical sequences like 1, 2, 3, and so on. This also works with formulas. If you apply a formula in one cell and drag it down, Excel will adjust the references accordingly, saving you time. And, if you mess up, you can always change something with the auto-fill options after filling some cells. Excel moves cells. To move a cell or a range of cells, select them first. Then, hover over the border of the selection until the cursor turns into a four-sided arrow. Click and drag the selection to a new location, and release the mouse button to drop the data in place. Another way to move data is by using the cut and paste commands. Select the cell or range you want to move, press Ctrl plus X on Windows or CMD and X on Mac, then click on the destination cell and press Ctrl plus V or CMD and V to paste. You can also move entire rows or columns. Simply click on the row number or column letter, then drag it to a new position. If you hold down the Shift key while dragging, Excel will insert the row or column instead of replacing existing data. Adding and deleting rows and columns. Now, let's talk about adding and deleting rows and columns in Excel. Managing the structure of your spreadsheet is essential for keeping your data organized. To insert a new row, select the row number where you want the new row to appear. Right-click and choose Insert, and a new blank row will be added above the selected row. Alternatively, you can use the shortcut Ctrl+Shift++ on Windows or CMD and Shift++ on Mac. To insert a new column, select the column letter where you want the new column to appear. Right-click and choose Insert, and a new blank column will be added to the left of the selected column. You can also use the same shortcut as before. If you need to remove a row, select the row number, right-click, and choose Delete. The rows below will automatically shift up to fill the gap. To delete a column, select the column letter, right-click, and choose Delete. The columns to the right will shift left to fill the space. You can also manage rows and columns using the ribbon. Go to the Home tab, click on Insert or Delete in the Cells group, and choose the appropriate option. Undo and redo. Now, let's talk about the undo and redo functions in Excel. These are lifesavers when working with data, allowing you to quickly correct mistakes or bring back changes you've undone. If you make a mistake, simply press Ctrl+Z on Windows or CMD and Z on Mac to undo your last action. You can also click the Undo button in the top left corner of the Excel window. If you change your mind and want to redo an action, press Ctrl+Y on Windows or CMD and Shift+Z on Mac, or click the Redo button next to the Undo button. This is useful if you accidentally undo something important. Relative and absolute references. Now, let's talk about an important concept in Excel, relative and absolute references. These determine how Excel adjusts cell references when copying formulas. By default, Excel uses relative references. This means when you copy a formula from one cell to another, the references adjust based on their new position. For example, if cell B2 contains equals A2 plus 10 and you copy it to B3, the formula will automatically update to equals A3 plus 10. But what if you want a reference to stay the same no matter where you copy the formula? That's where absolute references come in. To make a reference absolute, use the $sign, $. For example, if you write equals $A$2 plus 10 in B2 and copy it to B3, the formula will remain equals $A$2 plus 10 instead of adjusting. There are also mixed references, where only the row or column is fixed. For example, equals $A2 plus 10 will keep column A fixed but allow the row number to change when copied. Data formatting. Before we wrap up, let's talk about formatting your data. Proper formatting makes your spreadsheet easier to read and understand. You can change the appearance of your text using the formatting tools in the Home tab. Bold important headers, italicize text for emphasis, or change the font color to highlight key data. Excel also lets you format numbers. For example, if you're working with currency, select your data and choose the currency format from the number section in the ribbon. You can also format numbers as percentages, dates, or fractions depending on your needs. To improve readability, you can adjust cell alignment or enable wrap text to display long content within a single cell. And that wraps up our Excel tutorial. We've covered everything from creating workbooks to formatting data, moving cells, and understanding essential formulas. With these skills, you're now ready to start working efficiently in Excel. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Productivity 360, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next lessons. Let us know in the comments what other Excel topics you'd like to learn about. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next tutorial.